Hey, y'all. My voice worked. Welcome to Let's Talk.
I'm Abby.
I'm Megan. And we are so excited to bring to you this new podcast about Tullahoma and surrounding areas.
And this is our introductory video to kind of let you know who we are.
Yeah, this is our little introductory video to what we're going to talk about. But first, let's talk about Abby. So tell us where you grew up. Tell us a little bit about you.
I grew up in Lynchburg. Always lived there almost my entire life, and I lived in Tullahoma a little bit. I went to school in Lynchburg till about 7th grade and moved to Tullahoma. Ended up graduating from Tullahoma, so technically I guess would be considered a Tullahoma native.
Okay.
Played sports in Tullahoma my entire life.
What sports did you play?
I played volleyball, basketball, and softball.
Softball. That was my go-to whenever I was younger.
Absolutely my favorite sport.
So, same. I was so bad at basketball growing up that I played for junior high, and I got to play in like that fifth quarter or whatever it's called, inning or whatever it's called in basketball, and I shot in the wrong goal. Okay, that's how bad I was. And then they kicked me off the team because I wanted to play softball in the summer instead of going to basketball camp, and so I stuck with softball my years growing up.
I ended up my sophomore year, I stopped basketball in high school.
Okay.
Just because it was hard to go from volleyball, basketball, softball,
Right.
and I wanted to be able to train for softball during the basketball season, which was lovely. We did a lot of P90X workouts.
Oh, yes, yes. So what position did you play in softball?
I was a utility player,
Okay.
so I really could play anywhere in the field, but I played a majority of first base and second base.
Okay, awesome.
Even though I was kind of short for a first baseman, but I had a good glove, so I am
Usually first basemen are pretty tall, but
Where'd you play?
I played shortstop. I did. I was your. Don't look like it now, but I used to could kill it on the softball field.
So actually, oddly, that's how me and my fiance met, was playing softball together.
Okay.
So we played in the Winchester Co-ed League.
Oh, awesome.
And we played for like 3 years on the same team, and I never spoke to him until I went out to a bar one night with my mother. With my mother, and we went in there, and my whole softball team was in there actually. Well, a majority of them. The party group, and he wasn't normally like a partier or a big talker, and he ended up there one night, and my mom was like, "Who is that over there?" And I was like, I think his name's like Jonathan or something, and she's like, "Why have you never tried to talk to him?" And I was like, "I don't know, he just don't talk." And she was like, "Well, you better go over there and say something to him right now. This is the first night we ever went out together, and that's the one thing I want you to do," because of course I begged her to come out with me, and I was like, "We're just gonna have one shot together." And you know, when somebody says one shot,
it's 4.
Yeah. So she's like, "You better go over there and talk to him. If you don't go talk to him, I'm gonna go talk to him and tell him that he needs to come over here and talk to you." I was like, "That is embarrassing. Like, it is not gonna happen." And so I went over there and started talking to him, and then ever since that night, we have been together.
Okay, awesome. I did not know that story about you.
So softball has, I guess, been a big part of my life always, and has made my future bright now.
Okay, so how many kids do you have?
I have 2 currently and 1 baking. You can't tell, but
So excited.
I'm about 13 weeks pregnant with a little girl, so I have 2 little girls and a little boy, an 8-year-old little boy, and my daughter's 1, and then a 13-week here.
Little baby.
Yeah.
I'm so excited. I'm going to hold her. Funny story.
Okay.
So, Rusty and I met. I don't even know if you know this story.
I do not.
So, whenever I was playing softball back in my younger days, one of my boyfriends, Rusty was dating his sister. So, my boyfriend's sister was dating Rusty at the time. So, I was 16 when we first met.
Oh, really?
Yes. And I met him in his living room. And his girlfriend was sitting in his lap, and I thought Rusty was a little bit on the slower end because he just was like this staring at me.
I could kind of see that. Rusty is very, like, I don't know.
He's a man of many words, but not at the same time.
Yeah.
So this isn't what started it. I love that you're behind the camera. So we dated, or we, just saw each other a couple times, and after him and his girlfriend split, and me and my boyfriend split, because obviously I was in high school. I was 16, he was 19. So it was kind of like out of the question. But he would come watch me play softball, and my ex-boyfriend told him I was crazy.
Don't they
and
always say
don't
that?
talk to her. And so he was too scared to talk to me. So we actually didn't. He found me years later on Facebook because I was playing co-ed softball in Winchester with another girl that went to school with him, and she tagged me in a picture, like from playing softball with her, and that's how he found me on social media. And he was like, "Hey, are you the Megan that used to date so-and-so?" I'm not even gonna say his name because we just ain't gonna go there. But I was like, "Yeah, that's me." And so we went on a couple dates. Was not interested. I was like, "Don't touch me." Like, I was not feeling him at all. It took a good month and a half for us to even, like, his friends were telling him, go on another date with her. My friends were like, give him another chance. And I'm just like,
He'll grow on you, maybe.
And he did, finally. And then it's been history ever since, and we have 4 kiddos.
That's crazy. I would have never guessed that. I never knew that we kind of had like a similar softball story. Like, that's weird.
Yeah, he come to watch me whenever I was playing in Winchester, and I just acted like he didn't exist. I was like, he is not here. I'm not even looking at him because I was not feeling him yet. If you ask my husband, he'll say I was really hard to get, and I was not very nice. But once you've had so many men just crap on you, you don't want to give people a chance, you know?
I feel like that was kind of my story. Like, I always dated or talked to people that I knew like it never would go any further with.
Right.
And then I finally gave somebody
a chance. Yeah.
And it's just stuck ever since.
He says, so I'm originally from Manchester, and he calls it man catcher. The women from there are from man catcher. So yeah.
I've heard another term from
You've heard another
Manchester,
term.
but
yeah. So we're all
definitely not man catcher.
Well, I guess, well, in his case, yes. Man catcher.
I guess when you talk about it like that, then yes. But
Then yes.
Coffee.
Celtic Cup. Love me some Celtic Cup.
Vanilla latte.
Hot apple cider because my voice was awful this morning.
She could not talk.
I could barely talk, so
I can talk now, so I'm surprised.
I can talk now.
I guess
thank
the
goodness.
apple cider.
The Scottish apple cider from Celtic Cup is a miracle worker. And then after this, I'll probably go back to.
It was bad. She
It was
called
pretty bad.
me from the Celtic Cup and was like, "Do you want an 8-ounce, 16-ounce, 12-ounce?" And I'm like, "Just you're really gonna rely on me for this show today, are you not?"
She did. I was like, but here we are. I'm really good
I'm
at faking
glad
it
she
till I
got her
make it.
voice back because
All thanks to
Celtic Cup.
This is my place. I love the Celtic Cup. I love their soups. Oh man, if you've never had their cactus chili,
Oh, I've never had cactus chili.
it's very rare that they have it. But when it is like it, the best way I can describe it, and I hope they don't like get upset about this or whatever, because I'm just talking. But in my opinion, it's like a chili mixed with like one of them taco tortilla chicken soups, but it's not chicken. Like it's like I don't know. It's really weird to explain, but it's so good. Like I asked them if they can like make me a gallon of cactus chili so I can take it home.
I'll have to try it and see if I describe it in a different way.
You might describe it, but I've also had a head injury years ago, and I lost my taste and smell for a couple of years. So what I taste and what I smell is not how everybody else tastes and smells things now. So it's very hard for me to describe. I don't know how to explain it. It's so good. Like it's a unique chili. It's not like a traditional chili.
What their breakfast
Casserole.
Oh, it is so good. I tried that the other morning, and a smoothie.
Yes.
I
Did
will
you like
say-
which one did you get?
I got the pineapple smoothie.
Okay.
And it was really good. But there's also another smoothie place too that I found here.
Oh, let me hear about it.
Locally, and it is behind Get Snatched. It's the Snow Cone Truck.
They have smoothies?
Yes, they have smoothies now. They have ice cream, like waffle ice cream dip things.
I guess I know where I'm going today.
It is delicious, and I think they're opening for lunch hours now for smoothies.
Really?
And they are absolutely delicious.
I don't know anything about Get Snatched.
So that's actually my place that I cut hair at. I am a stylist there, and we come up with the name because of a body contouring is what we started there. And it's like you use ultrasound sound waves to kind of break down fat, and then it like liquefies it and it comes out of your body as waste. Yeah, so like it's about snatching your waist. I've had a lot of people ask about the name, and they're like, that's a really strange name. But then also, like, if you look it up on Urban Dictionary, like Get Snatched, like it's like get nice looking, get pretty. So it's probably an uncommon name for Tullahoma to see. Like,
Same.
they
I
probably
know
were
all about
not excited about that, but
I know all
our
about
sign was a little hard to get on the building, but it's
Uh-huh.
there now,
I hear you.
and we've been in business, I think, for almost 3 years.
I was gonna say it's been a couple years.
3 years there now.
Awesome. So how many stylists are there?
So Hair Fantasy, just closed down.
Yes.
And Jeff and I think 3 other stylists have moved in there. So
Okay.
we have 3, 4, 5, 6 stylists working in there.
Awesome. Okay.
And it's growing. I think a lot of us just moved over there and we work by appointment only because the lady that is, I guess, your like main hair cutting lady there, she runs the beauty school here in Tullahoma.
Awesome. There's a beauty. Oh, right down towards Estill, like,
Yes,
but like
yeah.
in town.
Signature Design Beauty
Yeah.
Academy.
Oh, yeah. I forgot that was there. I don't do a
And-
lot with hair. I'm
Well,
not a,
no, and so she does that during the week on Tuesday through Fridays, and then Saturday and Monday she cuts hair up there.
Awesome. So there's a lot of local businesses that you may not know are here. I mean, I tend to forget about them because there's so many, but they may be hidden. Okay, so I do go to Midtown Nutrition. They have the protein.
I've not tried them.
Okay, well, I used to own a tea shop.
Yes.
So
I used to come there.
you used to come see me. I remember. But we got rid of that, and so now we go to Midtown Nutrition, and she's got the protein. I guess they're kind of like a smoothie, but they're more like I don't know, they're just a thickness, goodness, yummy, just, banana caramel, add peanut butter is
Is it
top
like
notch.
the same stuff that you used to do?
Yes, it's the same
Okay.
stuff. She makes them just like we do. That's why I go to her, because she makes them
See, after
amazing.
your place closed, it was hard for me to try other places just because I don't like the
gritty,
protein fluff, I guess,
Right.
feeling whenever it comes to drinking some of
Right.
those drinks because I loved yours. I want to
Thanks.
say
a lot of people tell us that they're like, why did you
White
close?
Snickers or something like that.
Oh, yeah.
Your guy that used to work there was
Alan.
so sweet. He
I
always
miss
made,
Alan.
I was like, just make me something, surprise me when I couldn't like
Mm-hmm.
pick between two. I was like, oh, Samoa, the Samoa ones.
Oh yeah, the Samoa. They tasted just like them, didn't they?
Did. It
Yeah.
was so good, but he was always so sweet, and I was like, just make me or pick me out a drink because I'm a very indecisive person.
Yeah.
We go out to eat and I cannot pick something off the menu. I'm like, just surprise me, please, because I can't decide between these two.
As most women are, right? Unless it's chicken. Chicken, I'm down. I'm game. I love some chicken.
right
I'm a
now,
chicken
I'm
person.
not game on anything.
Pregnancy. Yeah.
So I have severe morning sickness. Like I've been on multiple different medications, and I'm finally now, since I've hit my second trimester, able to kind of eat some stuff, but I'm still very cautious about it because I was so sick in the beginning. Like I lost about 20 pounds here in the beginning just from throwing up and just being deadly sick. It was horrible. So shout out to anybody else that's had HG. I don't know how to pronounce the medical term for it, but it's definitely a hard thing to go through. So,
Okay. I just had 4 pregnancies. That was a lot of children.
well, at least you didn't have the morning sickness. With
Oh
all
no,
of
I
them.
did.
So,
I had it bad.
All your children. What do you have?
So my oldest is a boy. He's 15. Just got his learner's permit
Oh,
yesterday.
goodness. I can't believe he's that old.
Girl, me neither. Like, I did really good though when he drove, because I made him drive out, and he was like, "I've never been so scared in my life." Because he had to pull out left across the 4 lane, into the is it Wilson
Yeah.
Wilson
yeah.
Avenue, and he was like,
I
"I'm
will
so
say,
scared. I'm so scared."
Fayetteville is a 10 times easier place to take your driving test.
Well, we thought about going there.
It's a lot easier.
But I didn't have enough time.
So I did my permit in Tullahoma and then my actual driving
test
in Fayetteville,
in
and it
Fayetteville.
was 10 times
So maybe
easier.
I go to Fayetteville.
Yes.
But so he's 15, and then I have an 11-year-old girl, and then a 7-year-old girl, and a 6-year-old girl. So
And your girls are obsessed with a Tullahoma legend.
they are Dustin Lynch. They are, like, when I tell you, they legit are what a true mega fan is.
What do you call them? Lynch? They call them.
They call
Lynchy?
themselves Lynchies because someone said, "Oh, so you're like a Swiftie," and my kids were like, "We're not Swifties," and she was like, my oldest, she was like, "We are Lynchies." I was like, I didn't want to hurt her feelings because I don't want to sound like he's trying to lynch somebody. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But he enjoyed that. He pulled him up on stage at his concert in Oklahoma. We took him out there, And he was like, oh, I like that. Lynchies. Hashtag Lynchies. I've never been called that before. So they are obsessed. Like,
so Lynchy obsessed.
Lynchy obsessed. Yes. Yes. They are hardcore. Like, we're going to his hometown show in December again. So they can meet him, talk to him.
Don't they do that every year here?
They do it every year here at the high school.
And I remember it whenever I was in high school there.
Yeah, he raises money for local charities and he donates it, and then he also does a toy drive for Toys for Tots. So everybody who comes brings a toy and then he donates all that out.
That's
so
awesome.
I think it was last year. Don't quote me on the numbers, but if I remember correctly, I think he raised $35,000-ish for South Jackson Civic Center for their homeschool and for their Teach Impact programs, if I remember correctly. So that helps with the younger communities getting into theater, and they have if anybody homeschools, they have a homeschool program, and they do a lot of education through that, and they go every Thursday, and they go from like 9 a.m. to noon. My kids do it.
I was going to say, don't you homeschool all four
I
of your
homeschool
children?
all four, yep. And it's a great thing for the community to get involved in.
Have you always homeschooled?
Always, ever since the very beginning with the oldest. He's 15. We started at the very beginning. People thought I was crazy back then.
Well, I was going to say, back then you really didn't hear
I hear a lot about it. Yeah.
Homeschooling, because like when Knox was little too, I will say there's times that I was like, oh, I'm going to be that homeschool mom, but
You're like,
I don't.
Nope.
Well, my whole family's teachers, so it's easier
Oh,
for
it's
me
easy.
to
Right,
send
I get that.
my kid to school because I have somebody there. Like,
Right.
it makes me feel a little bit more comfortable. Like, if something were to really
Right.
go down or happen, I do have that contact inside the
Right,
school system,
right. I
which
get
my
that.
mom teaches here in Tullahoma. So I guess
I did not know that. Where'd she teach?
she's at East Lincoln
How
Elementary
did
School.
I not know this?
And she started the pre-K program whenever it was at the old West building. So she's been here for a
did I
very
not know
long
that?
Yeah.
I
So
had
she
no
teaches
idea.
there, and then everyone else. Well, my aunt
Your
teaches
mom does
in
not
Lynchburg. She does.
come across to me as a teacher. Love her
No,
to death, but I
but-
don't get teacher
And
vibes.
I don't know. I guess that's why a lot of people, if you talk to them, they're like, Miss Dion was our favorite teacher that we ever had. But I
She's
think it's because she's
fun.
so like normal. She's normal. Like she's not like
She's
that.
fun. She's outgoing. She's
Yeah.
spunky. She doesn't give you, and I don't mean to sound hateful or anything, but she doesn't give you like a
No,
typical
like-
teacher vibe. Normally it's like they're very, very reserved. They kind of have a harder time letting loose, and just because
No, and
I
that's
know
not
that
my
just
mom.
through my business, because I deal with a lot of people, whether it's nurses, whether it's stay-at-home moms, or it's
Which you probably see a lot of different, and you're like, whoa, that's your career.
most
Like,
people don't shock me. I can usually
Really?
pinpoint it, but your mom, that one shocked me. I was not expecting you to tell me that. Yeah. So,
Well, your business. So
Uh-huh.
you just opened one here in Tullahoma,
a
right?
storefront. Yes, I have a storefront. It's called the Intimacy Boutique. And a lot of people, I think, have a misconception of what I do. And I'm hoping to bring awareness to the town that it's not everything that they think it is.
Which I'm pretty sure I saw a comment on a recent post.
Oh, you probably did. What did it say? I didn't see it.
Oh gosh, I
There's
don't
no
remember.
telling. Yeah. Was it the one that someone said, get to know your owner or something, protect our kids or something? Was it that one?
No, it was. I think Rusty had commented under it too.
Oh, and you got that Diddy Lube.
Oh yes.
And
yes.
my husband said something. I was like, you better erase that.
But yes,
I was like, why would you say
why?
something like that?
Like,
But we do know him, so I
But-
think he was joking. So I don't know if he realized where that post was, like
For
that it was
everyone to
everyone
see.
to see. Yeah. But I like to say, think of me, and I don't know if I should say this out loud, but the major lingerie place: bras, panties, lingerie's, bath, beauty, butters, underwear.
Well, it's more
like the 5 for 25. You know what
women
I'm talking about?
empowerment. Like,
Yes.
you want to feel comfortable in your own
You wanna
skin.
feel confident,
In that
yep.
intimacy, like you just want to feel good about yourself.
You want to feel
like,
good about yourself, and intimacy is not a dirty word, and that's what I want everybody to understand: is intimacy is not dirty. You wouldn't be here, I wouldn't be here. Awesome man back here holding the camera wouldn't be. But with the lubes, there's a lot that actually help. Like specifically, if you're in menopause, perimenopause, or postmenopausal, there's so many different kinds.
Well, I don't think
that
people
can
think
use.
about things
Right.
like that, like you're talking about, because
Right.
I
It's
mean,
more educational.
yes. And I've listened to a lot of your stuff. I've been to one
A lot
of
of
your
my events,
Yes,
yep.
one of your events. I've been to a party that you've hosted.
Yep.
But you're very educational.
It's fun, but educational at the same time, because
A lot
around
of
here,
people
we're in
don't
the Bible
know.
Belt.
Huh? Yeah, right.
We're in the Bible
yeah.
Belt. So a lot of times people don't talk about it here. Like, I didn't know anything about it. I didn't even know about my monthly visitor whenever I got it. I thought I was dying. And so I think it's very important that we try to educate as much as we can, but also make it fun. And I've had so many amazing people from the town come in and say, I saw your post about this business. Oops, I was really nervous about it. I didn't know what to expect. And this lady was just like looking around, and she said, this isn't what I expected. And I was like, okay. I was like,
I feel like a
good or
lot of
bad.
people just need to stop in and look because it's not what they're going to expect.
It's not what they think, right? And she said, "This is way better than I expected." She bought so much stuff. I mean, a lot of people really should embrace, their relationships and who they are.
When
and
I'm talking about
intimacy.
women empowerment too, you carry a variety of sizes. Because I know some people, like, you go into Victoria's Secret and you're intimidated because they're like,
I can't buy.
Well, I mean, I personally here recently went through a weight loss transformation.
Right.
After my second child, I gained a lot of weight and I've lost over 120 pounds. But whenever back then, after having Maisie, I would have been terrified to walk into Victoria's Secret to buy something because I would have been like, there's nothing here that fits me or nothing that I feel comfortable wearing or something like that, but you offer that.
Right. And I want everybody to feel comfortable when they walk in. Like I want to, one of the things I love doing is helping them find the perfect outfit. I mean, I had this girl come in.
You post about outfits. So
I do post about outfits, and I just I had so much fun on Friday last week. I was slammed all day. And everybody came in for an outfit, and they got the complete outfits, and it just made me so happy.
Was it pink?
My pink and yellow one.
Yes, that was cute. I saw that.
That one shocked me.
Yeah,
really
it was
shocked
different.
me. It was different, but
people loved it.
People loved it. I sold probably 15 at least.
That's awesome.
Sets. Yes. So I think just letting people know that intimacy is not dirty, and that I would love for more people to come in and see what I actually did and just take a look around. Yeah, because you never know. It's not just about
not shock you
intimacy.
and you just be like, wow.
Like, and everybody has told me we need this here.
Selling, like, I think I saw your post about dresses. You posted
those
dresses.
Like date night outfits. Yeah, because there's really nowhere around that we can get really good, cute, like date night anniversaries, reception, fun things like that. That's not full formal.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, like a semi.
Yeah, just like an elegant outfit that you
feel good and
that you feel good in and sexy
and
but it's not formal. It's not too revealing. It's not lingerie. But it's that perfect medium of.
Like you feel confident to like go out. Like I feel great about myself.
Right,
like,
and that's what I want to do for everybody. So now that y'all kind of got an idea of who we are, Abbie and I, we would love to know, what do you want us to talk about? We want you to comment below and let us know what are some things you want to hear about. What is it all about Tullahoma? You want us to hit on something in the surrounding areas? We want to hear your thoughts.
So on the next episode of Let's Talk, we'll see what we're going to talk about.
Bye, y'all.